Unbelievable stuff. Barcelona's so weak defensively. Betis could have won this by more.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. I thought you were going to start off by going back a couple weeks and remembering before the Clásico when I suggested that Barcelona had major issues defensively, so maybe Real Madrid could draw this game.
We've moved on from that, Gab. Don't start. Don't keep digging.
No. Like, 4 goals conceded at home. I think it's the first time in 15 years that it's happened. Some of this is on the players. I think some of this has to be on Valverde. I think it's a different team when Coutinho's not involved. On top of Coutinho, obviously, Dembele's on the naughty step. Yeah. He decides he doesn't want Rafinha on the bench. He starts Malcolm, and then when that doesn't work out, he doesn't have answers. In midfield, he takes off Busquets. Just when it's 2-1, they're about to get back into it. And what happens? Betis go back ahead. It's as if he was totally unprepared for the possibility that Quique Setién, for once, might actually sit and try to hit on the counter rather than rushing everybody forward. And they walked right into that one. And I think if you're Valverde, you got to take a long, hard look at yourself and the way you prepared for this game.
This isn't the first time this season we've seen Barca's defence be so porous. Is it down the fact it's just ageing? Like Gerard Piqué, not as quick as he used to be?
Well, Piqué's the guy who, in my opinion, was in charge of it. He marshalled everybody, got them in good positions. Unfortunately, he's coming to a stage where he has to concentrate on his own game. He's not quite as quick as he was. He's not getting the position quick enough. His partnership with Langley is well, there isn't a partnership. Yeah. I mean, when you lose 2 goals right in the middle of your own 6-yard area with nobody within at least 5 yards, then that's a problem positionally. And the back 4 are just not playing as a unit. You know, we saw the goals, and when you've got your actual back 4 there, but not able to make a challenge, it's all down to positioning. And usually there's one guy who organises. It's usually Piqué, but he's not doing that now.
Go back to the. I was going back to the Sevilla game. It was 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think, where eventually they did win, but you know they were so open in that game, and but for Ter Stegen. It was 4-2 in the end, but it could have been 4 each, could have been 5-4 Sevilla, and I just think that's going to. You're only going to be able to play like that on the odd occasion. You can't play like that all the time, and they just seem to be more open now than they've ever been. They're still not in a disastrous run. They've still been getting results.
Sure, well, it's still top of the table.
You know, the top of the table. You know, Messi's been out injured. Blah blah blah. He coped with that quite well. However, I just every time I watch them now, I just think teams are getting more and more chances against him. And as I say, Ter Stegen had a bad day today with that one, but he's been having some good days, and that's been papering over some of the cracks.